Okay, we are live again. It is Friday, March 4th, 7:55 a.m. Eastern Time. Let's get the disclaimer out of the way. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research. This should only be used as entertainment. So, big news is the million pool is back up and running again. Right now it's at 18.3%, and the pool rate is 875 per week. At the moment, I think it was I saw in Discord they were trying to give me a heads up that it was, active again. And I know it was, over 1,000 per week before, but that's, we had close to like 26 or 28, 280,000 million token. Almost 30% of the supply was being staked. And, now it's at 263,000. So we had a lot of people pull out when, they learned that the staking pool everybody thought it had ended. So you got a whole page here on page 2 of people taken out. And so let's go back to the first page. So now, as of 17 hours ago, technically put in 7,500 million token, and the staking, started coming back in again. So if you're wondering how much it costs to stake, we'll just click on this one. This guy staked 4,000 tokens, and the gas fee was $13.70 to give you some idea. It's not too bad. And this guy who did 5,600 staking, he paid how much? Another $13. So, figure, a few bucks, $10 to $15, $20, I don't know. So it's good to see the million pool back up and running again. I think there was some sell pressure because people were pulling out, and most people were not selling. Some were, but now I think most of the people that pulled out are going to actually restake. And I remember seeing another one in here. Somebody had pulled out like a 3% of the whole supply. I think he'll probably will stake. He's the fifth address right here, AC82. It was 31,716 tokens. I assume that person probably will restake. So, and I probably will convert my Polygon tokens to Ethereum and stake. It's not important to me to do it, fast, but I probably will get around to doing it pretty soon, maybe this weekend. If you're interested in doing that, there's a tutorial on Million Tutorials on how to bridge your tokens from Polygon to Ethereum. Gas fees are around $30 or so. Just figure, put $50 in for Ethereum gas on your wallet, just something to safe side. Myself, I might put more, just, better safe than sorry. The video is pretty straightforward. It probably will take you a few minutes. Because I remember when I used to bridge from Ethereum to Polygon, it would take, 10 minutes or a half hour before everything settled. So I also have tokens on Avalanche and Phantom. And even Binance Smart Chain that I might transfer over to the Ethereum blockchain before I stake. Anyway, so it's not something I'm thinking about doing since the pool's back up and running. So that's that. And so the good news is the pool's back up and running. The bad news is, the market's still in a downtrend, right? So if you look at Bitcoin, it's on the weekly chart. If we're above the exponential ribbon, we're in a bull run, and if we're below it, we're in a downtrend. And we still haven't been able to break above this exponential ribbon since we broke down into it on November 29th or end of November. So I hear a lot about stagflation now. Sven Henrik pointed this out back on March 1st, a couple of days ago, with his hint here in the stag. And Invest Answers was talking about stagflation on his stream 13 hours ago. Give it a listen. He talks into it pretty good. Basically, you have high inflation and high unemployment. And people tend to invest in treasury bonds, US dollars, gold, consumer staples, and real estate, apparently, during stagflation. You'll have inflation, which we're in now, then we'll have stagflation, and then we'll have deflation. It sounds like it's coming down the road pretty soon in the next month or two. So with that in mind, and you saw the S&P 500 is down like 15%, and the tech stocks were down like 22% or so, trying to make a rebound, but it looks like it's going to roll over. So if we have downward economic pressure and uncertainty because of the war between Russia and Ukraine, it's probably going to be bad on the markets. Bitcoin can continue down here. And that's okay too if you got a long time horizon. I got into Bitcoin at the end of 2017, and started dollar cost averaging at the worst possible time, but I came out okay because I stuck with it. So Million Token, even though it's at $5.90 now, which hit my target, because I remember tweeting about that, was it 2 days ago, that we probably would come down at $5.90, and here we are. If we have these economic pressures, bringing the price down of all markets, we'll come back down to this lower band here for sure, probably below $5. And then, I don't know how long before we have a rebound. It could be months. Just, have a plan and stick with it. And hopefully Million Token will be one of those cryptos that will rebound with the rest of the market. I'm sure Bitcoin will, whenever that will be. I think Million Token still has to prove itself. So, that no risk, no reward, no pain, no gain. And see what else we have going on here that I tweeted about recently. Anything going on here? See if I missed anything here. Yeah, so the good thing is, if the price goes down low and you want to buy a Million Token, just, I'm sure almost everybody I'm talking to or hears my voice, probably their average price for Million Token is above $6. So if you want to lower your costs basis, you buy low. And I'm got paid today, so I'll buy some tokens soon. I'm trying, I want to ape in, but if we're already kind of at this top of the channel here, it'd be nice to come down here and then buy, or even if we drop, let's see now. Let's say we got another, dip like we had back here and back here. We can come down to $4 perhaps, fairly soon and still continue down. But if you think we're going in a downward trend, you buy the dips and you sell the rips. So that's one plan you could do, or you could just continue buying and hodl, and that's a plan also. You won't pay taxes that way if you hodl, but if you buy the dips and sell the rips, then you're gonna have to figure out all those taxes, which I can't stand doing. But better to make money and pay taxes on a profit and then take a loss on loss of an investment. But I'm still looking to buy more. And I saw that the Germany, I think, confiscated one of the oligarchs' yachts, and the other yachts are like either anchored or somewhere around the Maldives where there's no extradition. So another use case for Bitcoin is it's not confiscatable. So that could have been one of the reasons why Bitcoin went up 15% a couple of days ago. Let's see what else there is real quick. Hope everybody's having a good Friday and a good weekend coming up. Yep. So my concern back on March 2nd was, with the million pool ending, or at least we thought it was going to put downward pressure. And we saw that big red candle here and then going down below even $6. But I think with the pool activated, that selling pressure should be gone. And yeah, this is where I said yesterday that I'd hope to see at least a retest of 590, which is where we're at right now. I think that's about it right now. Let me just take a look at the chat real quick and see who's here. We've got Repo. Yeah, Repo, man. My wife is playing that Hexonics game on Telegram. She had like over 7,000, but for some reason it didn't register on the high score or whatever. But she took a screenshot of it. But she's if she got that in one day, I think she's gonna probably go over 10,000. Another, if she keeps at it. She's really good with puzzles. But yeah, I told her how to check the high score before she plays because I said it doesn't count, even though she got 7,000. I was playing that Hexonics during my break, and I got like seventh place right now, just during lunch. I think I got like 3,000 something, but I'm still below you. See Beans in the chat and crypto, V crypto, and web sent. That gas fee quote was very reasonable. I consider staking after hearing this. Yeah. I think it'd be interesting to see how much it would cost to unstake too. So keep that in mind. I mean, you have to figure out, how much you're going to get in rewards, and is it worth paying the fees to stake and then unstake as well. Let me see if I could pull that up real quick, because I'm kind of curious how much it would cost to unstake. Let me pull it up real quick. Give me a few seconds. Okay, we'll go back up here. I saw somebody who's pulling out like 35 and 1 just recently. Maybe he's just testing it out. But man, you'll be paying a lot in gas fees for testing it out, right? He paid how much? $7 here for pulling out one token. Let's see if I can find somebody that exited out a lot of tokens and then see how much they paid. I want to find that whale that took out like 30,000. So this guy took out 30,900. Let's see how much he paid in fees. $7. Wow, that's very reasonable. That's amazing. That's so cheap. And then he pulled out. Let's see now. He pulled out 1,800 in rewards. And that was $12.60. Yeah, very reasonable fees. Okay, let me go back and chat real quick. The APY for staking pool will probably be lower this time around, I think. WebSet says maybe. And Saver Savvy says, hey Tim. Repo says, your household is full of super geniuses. Yeah. She thinks I could beat her if I apply myself. She might be right. I played chess and I used to play in tournaments. I used to do the Rubik's Cube back in high school in like under a minute. And but I've learned though, when I beat my wife, then I pay for it later because she won't play with chess with me anymore. And she used to have this blackjack app on her phone, and then I figured out a way to like tilt it. And she doesn't play blackjack anymore. So she's having fun with this Hexonics, and I don't want to take away any high scores. I'll play it a little bit, but I don't think I want the high score because I don't want to hurt her feelings. It's no fun for me. But it is quite addicting. I started playing a couple of times. I'm like, hey, I called my wife over, and she got hooked on it right away, just like I kind of did. But I know she'll like just sit on that all night, all day long, watching a movie or something on the computer, playing that. I think you might even see it. Well, she's working now, but probably by this weekend, knowing her, she'll probably get a high score. She's not sure though. She could beat 7,000 again. So I'm not sure why she thinks that though. Amit Contact Discord Lounge has been cleaned of FUD. Yeah, I saw that. They were coming down pretty hard. Even Telegram is basically coming out with a policy now. No more fudding. I'm surprised they allowed it to go that as long as it did. I mean, I think Kelly in Discord gets a lot of heat for bringing down the hammer. But I'm telling you, if I was an admin on Discord, man, you guys would hate me. They'd be like, I'd clean out like probably 50% of the community. So be happy you got Kelly. Let's see what else we got. But now it has defend against coordinated persistent FUD attacks. I've given up on the game now. It's so hard. I'll give you a tip though. Like if you want points, you got when you clear off a row on Hexonics, if you clear off 2 at a time, 3 at a time, or 4 at a time, then your points really, really add up. And then before you move a puzzle piece into the puzzle, look at all the other puzzle pieces before you move it in there. Think ahead. Think 2 or 3, 4 steps ahead, and you can see what's under the puzzle piece for what your next one's going to be. So that really helped me a lot. So you gotta plan where your pieces are going to be put in like 2 or 3 moves ahead. And then if you can, with that in mind, if you can clear off more than one row at a time, then your points will really, really add up. I asked my wife what her strategy was, and she doesn't have a strategy. She just plays. So, but I think I read somewhere on the internet that if you work on the, work from the outside in, that was one person's strategy, which is, I think, reasonable. But I think a better strategy is to make sure you try to clear more than one row at a time, which is kind of tricky because, you want to make sure you have enough spaces for each puzzle piece. So if you're trying to, clear, 4 or 5 rows off at a time, you don't know what the next puzzle piece is going to be. Anyway, it's fun. I'm still working. I'm still figuring it out. I'll play a couple times and I'll get tired of it eventually. I'm happy I'm in the top 10 though. And I see Denny Win and Beans is chatting as well. Okay, I think that's it, right? And this guy here, Serpent Za, whatever. I've subscribed to his YouTube channel also. He used to live in China with another American, and well, he's not American. I think he's from South Africa, but he really has a good beat on China because he lived there. He's out of China now, but he's saying now, China is all for Russia invading Ukraine. It probably helps because, they want to probably take over Taiwan. And I remember, some of the Chinese people want to get out of Ukraine, and the China was like, no, we're all for it. Display your China flag, and, when the Russians come in, they'll support you and all that. Well, the Ukrainian people didn't like that at all. They don't want, pro-Russians in Ukraine. And I think they got a lot of hell for it. And so now China reversed their policy and said, no, don't display your flag, stay low. But some of the stuff that they were posting, like, if China wins the war, you could take the wives or girlfriends. It's so ridiculous. I can't believe the mentality of China. You'll have to just watch his YouTube channel. This was posted a couple of days ago. The propaganda on both sides, probably on China, Russia, and even Ukraine, is something like even the Ukraine people posting videos of their captured Russian soldiers. I don't even know if I could believe that. They're saying that, the Russian soldiers didn't even know they were coming in for a war. It could be all propaganda, but all I know, it was the Russians that came in, invaded Ukraine. So then, I think everybody has a right to defend their backyard. They've got some power plant there that I heard that was on fire recently too. So I hope everything's okay with that. That is so crazy that if you're gonna bomb a nuclear power plant, I mean, even if Russia takes over, they're gonna want that power plant up and running. Not to mention the disaster that would be if radiation had leaked. So I hope everything's okay with that. But I just thought it was interesting to find out the China angle. And they block anybody protesting or that are for the Ukrainians in China. They get taken down off the internet in China pretty fast, and then they make the videos that go viral that are pro Russia. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, main thing on my mind right now is the inflation that we're in right now, the stagflation and deflation that's coming up. Yeah, Invest Answers, he goes into about how in the 70s, you had to wait in line for gasoline. I kind of vaguely remember that. I was too young, but the 80s, I don't remember it was being so bad. So it might be dependent upon where you live, but it's going to suck. I mean, it sucks now even. Whenever time I go out to the restaurant, I feel like I'm paying double what I used to. I don't even want to go out and eat anymore. I could probably be okay with the gas, paying higher prices in gas. So if your gas tank's low on gasoline, you might want to fill up before the gas station prices really go skyrocketing. But I just don't have the patience to wait in line. That I kind of remember seeing on the news the long lines in for gas stations. So And you could only probably ration too. You probably can't even fill up if there's an oil shortage, or something. We'll just see what happens, because now if Russia can't sell their oil, I'm sure there's some way they could do it. They could sell it through China or India, and then we would get it from there. There's always ways around it. Okay, I think that's it. I don't see any questions. I'll talk to everybody later. If I don't stream this weekend, don't wait for me if you want to bridge your funds from Polygon or wherever to the Ethereum and stake. There's the videos out there on how to do that already. And even if I were to do it, I probably wouldn't do it live, because you have to wait 10 minutes for things to confirm and whatnot. But yeah, I probably will stake, but I just don't know when I'm going to get around to it. Have a good weekend, everybody. If you like this, give me a like, subscribe, comment down below, and share. Thank you.